Welcome back to That Adventure Couple. After spending a few days hiking around in the Dolomites in northern Italy, we were going to be coming back through Venice. Since neither of us had been to Venice before, we decided to spend a couple nights there so we could check out the city. So we get to Venice, and the first thing Courtney says is, "Alright, where do I get pasta?" So here we are. She's got her pasta. She's happy now. We found Venice to be an interesting city. The way it's laid out with all the canals and 1,000 little passageways going between buildings, it can be a bit of a maze at first. Thank God for smartphones, or we would have been lost for sure. I think my favorite part about Venice is that everybody walks everywhere. The island doesn't really have traditional streets, so there's no cars on the island, and since all of the bridges have stairs, it doesn't really make biking a very good option either, which is great for us because we like to walk everywhere. Touring Europe, we averaged about 13 miles per day.
While in Venice, one of the most touristy things you can do is take a gondola ride. So, of course, we had to do it at least once to mark it off the bucket list. I will say it was a little bit overrated, and it was pretty expensive for the 30 minutes. You can do it for longer for a little bit more, or you can do it later into the evening as well for a higher cost. We do recommend doing this at the very beginning of your trip though. The guy who took us on our gondola ride was super knowledgeable about the city and gave us a ton of history, so it was really great to have that knowledge as we walked around the rest of the city.
We're taking our gondola tour in Venice. We got Fabio behind us. He's taking us around. So far, it's been really pretty. One of the main touristy things to do on the island is to visit St. Mark's Basilica. Since we didn't really plan to visit Venice much ahead of time, we did not purchase tickets online before we got there. If you want to visit St. Mark's, then you definitely want to get your tickets ahead of time. If you're planning to visit Venice and you'd like to see St. Mark's Basilica, I will put a link in the description of the video where you can purchase your tickets, which will save you fighting through the massive horde of people outside.
The next stop on our Venice tour was an Instagram hotspot. This little bookshop is really well known for being super unique and having a few really awesome photo op spots. It's really fun because inside there is a gondola in the center that is full of books. You can find them in every language as well. This is a little bit behind the scenes of us trying to get that perfect Instagram shot.
If you're staying in Venice for a couple of days and you're like, man, this is a concrete jungle, I haven't seen a blade of grass in forever, there is a park. It's located across the canal from the train station. It's not a huge park, but it's nice. It's green. There's trees and grass, flowers. It's also a children's play area if you have kids that are getting rambunctious and need somewhere to run around. Overall, I would say that Venice probably didn't make the list of top 10 places to visit in Europe. Although we've enjoyed our time here, I feel like if we spent more than a day or two, we'd probably get bored quickly. It seems as though the main things to do in Venice are to eat, drink, and wander around and get lost in all of the back alleyways. It's a fun experience, and if you're visiting Italy, it's definitely worth a stop. However, I wouldn't plan on spending more than a couple of days in Venice. I hope you enjoyed our quick trip through Venice. Please like and subscribe because we have lots more adventures to come.